And a special good night to all our listeners. Welcome to Caribbean American News Network. We are on live. We're here with nothing but the gospel truth. So we want to greet everyone. Please share as you join. I can see my YouTube viewers all excited over there. Hey, Martina, welcome, my friend. Welcome to the platform and all the others. Those of you who are on our Facebook channel, my friend Lloyd. Lloyd is watching all the way in London. It's very late now, brother. You should be sleeping, but welcome to the platform. We want to greet all. Please share as you come in. There are folks who are looking for the platform. We're not on our regular page, but we are here. Ay, ay, ay. Somebody said, Charles, you're still in your car. I love you. And team worker, welcome. Bless up, brother, bless up. Yes, my friends, please help us to share. This one is what we call an emergency live session. We just rope up at any time. Bravo, how are you doing? Cool vibes, my brother. And my friend over there in London, cool vibes, brother. Blessings, Glendon. Blessings to you. Christina James, welcome to the platform. As you come, just share. And Ingrid, how are you? Welcome, Ingrid. I am trying to see what channel I'm broadcasting on over on YouTube. I think I got it confused, but I think we're okay. Are we on Caribbean American News Network there? I saw sound the alarm. All right. Everybody, welcome. Doris Joseph, welcome. Yes. Tonight we're just going to have a cool night. Respect you folks. A cool night. It is not something planned, as I said. With me tonight is Brother George. I know he's in the dark in an undisclosed location. I run. But I don't think the FBI is after him. Oh, the St. Lucia police, he's just, the cool one, he can pop up at any time, anywhere. That's how we roll, Sometimes you would see me broadcasting from Toronto, from anywhere in the world. That is for security reasons. And we are good. You can't track us. You can't keep eye on us. All right. Please share as you join. All right, so we want to remind our United Workers' Party supporters in Miko North. The Miko North constituency branch invites all members and supporters of the United Workers' Party to its branch meeting, and that is on Saturday, February the 11th from 6 p.m. at the Miko Secondary School. You cannot afford to miss it. For those of you who are seeing the different changes that are happening within the United Workers' Party, it is time for you to get involved. And so those of you who are in Miko North, you are invited on Saturday, February the 11th from 6 p.m. And that will be at the Miko Secondary School. Please. Cool Vibes said we cannot sleep. Well, we're here to keep your company. All right? We're here to keep your company, Cool Vibes. So just relax on the sofa. Get a nice glass of water and enjoy the show. So with me, as I said, tonight we have Gregory Charles. Most of you would have seen him on the block. You would have seen him out there in social media doing his thing, and he's picking up steam and momentum. Lately, I believe he came under fire by our friend and brother from Denry, Brother Maxwell, but all is well. All is well. Remember, we're not fighting personal battles, but we are dealing with the issues that affect you, the people of St. Lucia. We are the voice for the voiceless. We are the ones who are willing to put ourselves out there on your behalf. We believe country first. All right, country first. Brenda George, how are you? Welcome to the platform. So, Brother George, welcome to the platform. I believe it's your first time
Yeah,
here
my
with
first
us
time on
on
the
our
platform.
set. We tried to connect yesterday or the day before, but internet issues. But welcome, 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 brother. What do you say?
Oh, yeah. A pleasant good night to everybody that watching on our, especially the YouTubers, people on on Facebook. A pleasant good night, a pleasant good night. And like Brother Garfield said, all it it is all about the truth about politics, and the truth about the surrogates that are using the politicking in order to convince us otherwise. And that is why I'm here tonight. I'm here tonight to bring truth to power. That's all, my
Yes,
brothers and sisters.
that's
That's
right.
what I'm here tonight to talk about. So, guys, tonight, actually, my first issue tonight, I'm going to talk about. First, I want Garfield to permit me the time
Go ahead.
to use this platform to actually um dispel what my brother Anson said on his live today. Just give me a few minutes. I don't want to stay too much to elaborate on that. But
Okay.
guys, what I want you to know is that we all are Saint Lucians, and we all know what is happening in Saint Lucia. But some of us choose to say the story in a different form so that the story can be fitting for our party. And we all do that. And sometimes we do that without even using the true meaning in explaining the whole truth for our audience to see. So guys, today I'm there to talk about Bradenson said that it was during Mikey Pingree, I think, or Alan Louis that and Remy Lesmo part of the team that gave the increase in 1990 in 1979.
79.
So today I'm here to tell Brother Anson that yes, while I agree with him, I have to disagree with him because I do not think that he tell the people of St. Lucia and his viewers the full story. Yes, they give 66%, but they did not even you mean the 66% was so nice that they did not even last a year and a half. They did not even last a year and a half. It was day by then the Honorable John Compton and the Honorable Mason Clinton Mason in 1990 in 1982 took over. So yes, while you may say and you may be boasting like, oh, they give 65, 66%. Yes, but tell the people the true story. This 66% was sour in our all behind. And we know how that ended up. We all knew how it ended up. So yes, Brother Anson, while I agree with you, I want you to tell the people the whole story. It's not like the SLP party has just been uh um um has been on I would say like they have to me the SLP have not been on a straight winning more or less. It's more like the SLP won the election and a year later the SLP lose the election.
It was a year after.
Year after. So it was not all sweet pie for the people of St. Lucia. So, but then I don't want to stay and go back and forth with Brother Hanson. Because while we go back and forth with Brother Hanson, what I realize we are doing, we are we are deviating
Mm-hmm.
from talking about Philip J. And I think that's what Brother Hanson wants us to do. So I am here tonight to talk about the $10 million. I am here to talk about the $10 million, which
That's
was a
housing.
grant. Yes, the $10
Yep.
million that the Minister of Housing is using right now. It was a grant given to given to the Chasney administration for hurricane relief.
Mm.
That $10 million US was a grant given to the Chasney administration.
Wow.
Yes, it was. Let me
Wow.
get
Wow.
myself out of that.
But that might be new to a lot of people. Persons might be hearing this for the first time.
Yes, a lot of people need to hear that. Now, it was not, while it was given to Alan Chasney administration, it was for the sole purpose. It was for the sole purpose of creating for them to deal with the damage of the hurricane that happened before the election. That was basically what it was for. So they took that $10 million and diverted it into the Ministry of Housing, and they used it to build the toilets. For example, the free toilets that they have.
So there is no 30 homes in Denry that was built. Oh, I think we lost audio. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Folks, hold a while. We're going to correct our audio. Please bear with us. Bear with us, folks. We're just fixing the audio. Please share the live. Please share the live as you join. Share as you join the platform. We're trying to get ourselves hooked up, reconnected with Gregory. Please bear with us. Okay, he's back. Something is wrong with the audio. I am not hearing you, and I'm sure our viewers are not hearing. Bear with us, folks. Our audio system is good over here, so something is wrong with your device. Yeah, we're just not hearing you at all. Folks, bear with us. We're going to fix it now. Your volume is right up over here. Can you hear me? Okay, he's going to be back soon, folks. But while we are going to be reconnecting, let's listen. Okay, I think
Okay,
he's
Brother Garfield, you hear me right now?
good. We're much better now. Thank God.
Okay. So,
Good.
like I was saying,
Mm-hmm.
the $10 million was actually given to the Shash administration. So all the grandstand you see the Minister of Housing is doing right now, it is not the St. Lucia Labour Party that look for that initiative. It is the United Workers' Party initiative that under the United Workers' Party we got that $10 million. So what the United Workers' Party did at that time, they took the money and put it under the SSDF funds.
DF.
The SSDF fund.
Mm-hmm.
Funds. They put it under their hands so that they could deal with the hurricane relief that was coming in. So when these guys, when the Chasney administration lose the election, these guys came in there and found $10 million. All they did, they took the $10 million and they put it into the hands of the housing minister.
Wow.
And that money there was used to build the little huts for the people in every district. of St. Lucia. That is what is going on there.
And we saw in Denver three
But
small
yes,
um,
yes,
with
yes.
no
That's
toilets.
one of them. Yes, that's one of them. And the rest of them, nobody knows where it went to. So when we're talking about $10 million US, we're talking almost 27
That's a lot of money.
$1 million EC.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Yes.
That in itself can build homes for most St. Lucians.
Exactly. But remember, that's why I told you, Garfield, that a lot of institutions does not have faith in the St. Lucia Labour Party. They do not have faith in the St. Lucia Labour Party. Because all these guys do is they squander the monies when they give it to them without showing off. So, as far as I know, I'm doing further investigation to know that if the owner of the grants, that the owner of the grants, were they satisfied with the grants was used when they gave it out?
Hmm.
That's the further investigation that I'm doing right now. I'm working on that issue because I know they cannot be satisfied with what they're seeing. They cannot be satisfied with what they're seeing. They cannot be satisfied.
Because other countries got,
just one issue.
there are other countries that got the same support, financial support, and they were able to produce proper concrete structures.
For example, Barbados with Mayor Motley.
Yeah. Even
build some good houses for the people.
Even St. Vincent and Dominica got real good houses.
Yes, I'm telling you. But what they do, they put the money in the hands of the housing minister and let him make his decision as to the size of the houses, which houses, because they trust him as a contractor.
Mm.
What is going on? They trust the Minister of Housing as a contractor.
But did they get any approval to put up those structures from the DCA?
No approval. That's what I'm telling you. No approval. That is why the organizations have no trust and no faith in the institutional party. Because these guys are not doing things as planned. None of these structures built has no plan. And most countries, when they give you grants, they normally, in courtesy, they want to know, okay, how do, in courtesy, you'll say the grants you gave us, we did that amount of project. You understand?
Yeah.
So that they be encouraged to give more grants in cases like, for example, a disaster and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what that did not happen. But you don't hear the surrogates talking about that. And they're speaking like as if, but that's why Garfield, they are ashamed to come and speak about the $10 million because they don't tell you the origins of that thing. They don't want to tell you where it came from.
Because I heard even Jeremiah got funds and those funds are still sitting there.
Yes, that's what he said. He said the first time in cabinet, the first time in the history of politics that a minister is giving monies to other ministers to build houses. And all these houses were built with grant money.
And the quality,
I'm telling you.
The quality of home, that's the problem.
But there is no quality, bro. There's not even quantity.
These homes, especially in Denver, cannot sustain any major hurricane or storms.
Not even talk about sustaining hurricane. Let's go a little bit closer. This house's lifespan, when you're dealing with plywood, a plywood lifespan in a hurricane belt country like St. Lucia ordinary, it's just about 2 years.
Wow.
So that cannot even withstand a 2 year. So after the after the SLP will always need these individuals to vote for them, for fix up their houses for them, to do stuff for them. And that's how it rolls. That's how they do business. They do something for you so that you can always need them to fix it up for you.
Because someone from Denry told me that the guys are still sleeping at Daito. They're not sleeping in those houses.
But let me tell you, I know two of the individuals that they build these houses for.
Akang was one of them, right?
What?
Akang was one of them.
Yes. If two of these individuals have slept in these houses from the time of giving over the keys to them, or like about even you can count it on your hands, because prefer to sleep in the boathouse because they get more comfort there. I'm not saying that they should not build houses for these guys.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just trying to tell you, I feel that build the structures more comfortable to people. Why they could use a latrine, they could put a toilet for them, and bathing facilities for them. It would be more encouraging for these men.
That's right.
To come home every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that is what is happening in the community. So they are ashamed to come out and do that the $10 million was a grant. And what was the purpose for the $10 million? You see, they're scared to come out and say that to you. They're scared to come out and say that to you. So that's only one issue I want to talk about. Another issue I want to talk about is a very pressing issue for the people of Denry. This is a pressing issue. And I will show you the difference between a true minister and one to be minister. They can say what they want about. I don't care. I'm just coming there and I show you the truth. For example, we have Esteban was minister sports. Okay? Esther was minister of sports.
Yeah.
Under Esther ministry. And Esther bought for free cuts. 2 in Denry and 1 in Kaya. But because of the lackadaisical attitude that Prosper has, what Prosper did is Prosper, Casimir convinced Prosper to give him the lights so that he could put the lights other places and make himself Casimir look good.
But this is serious information here, because the lights,
I have it.
and I believe you, and I must say to the listeners that you get your information from the right sources.
From the horse's mouth.
From the horse's mouth. And I know for a fact, because, you know, we communicate, we talk, you know, ever so often. So the lights that were meant for Denry end up not reaching Denry at all. So
what Casimir did, Casimir lights with a promise to Prosper at that time. He is going to put sitting on the football field for him in exchange for the lights.
Wow.
And Prosper agreed to that, man. Prosper agreed to that. Because let me tell you why Prosper agreed to that. Prosper to that because Prosper doesn't know the happiness of a ministry. He does not know the aggressiveness as a ministry need to get stuff done for your community.
Yeah, you got to be aggressive.
Understand that when you have stuff already allocated for your community and you give it away, you're not going to get nothing back in return.
Wow.
So Prosper allowed Casimir to take those lights, hinge for seat. And at the end of the day, we lose both the lights and the seats.
This doesn't make sense, man. This.
But man, that's what I'm telling you. And when I come out there to talk fact politics. I don't come here to talk things that doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I come out there to talk factual politics.
Wow.
I come out there to talk factual politics.
So it means that Prosper is not a good negotiator because one, why would you give away your light for seats? You need both of them, lights and seats.
Exactly, brother man. Exactly. And these lights were already bought, especially for the courts. They were bought especially for that, bro.
But Casimir is not a nice guy either.
For the lights. And look now, Dinwiddie does not have the lights. And as far as I understood that Casimir is giving him a run around to get whatever that Casimir promised in terms of seats for the Dinwiddie.
This got to be exposed.
Exactly. Now these are just so much stuff. And when I sit there and I tell you that Denry is not going to get anything from Prospect, everybody wants to talk.
He's not that aggressive.
When I ask them, yes, even then when I know he's not aggressive.
No.
He's not.
I've known him a long time.
He's not, I would say, that's not caught up for him. He don't have the trait of a politician.
No.
He don't have the trait of a politician. So you find that he's not that aggressive like Esther. Esther was like a bulldog. Ask Anthony, when Esther was in opposition, he would tell you. Ask Stephenson King. And Stephenson King would have told you. Ask Compton. God rest his soul, he would tell you for Henry. Now these are some of the traits that Henry losing. That's why right now Henry is not making any progress, brother man.
But
progress in Henry.
But look, my question is what recent development have we seen in Denry for those persons who are on the ground?
Everything that was meant for Denry has gone down the drain. And let me share another that was for Denry and it went down the drain.
Yeah.
Worldwide was supposed to build a road from Carmelik to Hospital Road and down to the infant school. They also had another contract to build roads from Plant to Rocky Lane all the way by Estefan to the gap, to the Denry police station gap.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know we lose all that?
I don't understand.
We lost all that, brother Garfield. We lose that. We lose all these initiatives. We lose them because of Prosper's lackadaisical attitude. And don't want to work in the favor of the people of Denry, bro. I'm telling you, there's stuff I know and I just did not want to repeat.
Yeah. And it's so sad that people are just gullible and are just going with the flow. I'm not even sure why our friend Anson, I mean, he's not on the ground, but yet he's telling you there's so much beautiful things happening in Denry.
But here what he's telling you that is beautiful that is happening in Denry. He's talking about the fish fiesta. He's talking about the fiesta. I told Brother Anson, it's not durable. It's not sustainable.
Yeah. Wow.
So you cannot base people's livelihood on the fiesta.
Yeah.
The entertainment reason. Most times that depends on the amount of money that one has in his pocket. And if the economy is not doing well, how can a fish fiesta be successful? These are the things I tell in these guys. But these guys don't want to come out and speak about them things. All these guys are talking about is stuff like about politics, and I told him it could be the St. Lucia, it could be the United Workers Party that was giving more money in terms of representation. I would have come out and said the same because I have that before. Yes, there are a lot of stuff I talked about when I see Chasney did some little errors. I did talk about it.
Yeah.
When Stefan did a few little errors, I did talk about it. But I would say to you that they are human beings and they will make a few.
Yeah.
Yes. I would like, but I will not cover it and use analogy of or the happening of 1979 cover up and to mislead my audience of the do that. We're talking about now. We're talking about if you want to talk to me 20 years ago, yes. But don't talk to me about some 6 years old and tell me that at that time you 9, I was 7 years old. Garfield, I was 10 years old. I was 7 years old.
So we're talking about progress and you going back to 1979.
Yes, 1979. To say at that time it was Louisy and what's his name and Remy Lesmond. Matter of fact, let me just edit my brother man. Lesmond is also my first cousin. He and my mother are first cousins, sons and daughters of two brothers. So yeah, we won't give him the praise. And matter of fact, normally are very relative. When I tell you close, we are like that. We are very, very, very close. So yes, I have never given his praise. Yes, I will do that. But not because of the relative thing. I will give yes. But for you to tell the people of Remy and Lesmond administration in 1979 gave 66%, but you wouldn't tell them that the same Remy administration didn't even last at not even a year. They were kicked out of office, and it started was almost finished by the late Mason. You need to put that in and tell the people about that. Because all the drains and stuff that Remy could not finish, it was done by Clinton Mason.
Wow.
So don't take and Clinton. Who is Clinton Mason? Clinton Mason was part of the United Workers Party administration. So if you want to go right there, tell the people the truth. Give them the half truth that only going to make yours good.
Yep.
You understand what I say, Garfield?
Yep, you're right.
Tell them the half truth that's going to make your party look good. Tell them the full truth. And this is what I've been telling my brothers and sisters. When you come here on the platform, make sure the content you put it out is not that it's the content for the people of St. Lucia to learn something. And another what I realize about these individuals, like when you talk about a politician, and you're talking about a politician not keeping up to his promises and not giving St. Lucians the adequate work for the service that they said they was going to grant. What you find that happen is these guys are telling you, oh, you hate the guy, or you dislike the guy. It's not the guy. It's about St. Lucia. It's about Denry. And the more the more we talk about our communities and our country, and less of those politicians and politicians accountable for our country, is the more school of St. Lucia is going to receive them.
Wow.
And this is the kind of politics I want us to talk about, bro. And say, oh, Prosper, I may leave. Because we don't care about Prosper either. We want Prosper to succeed, but we want Prosper to succeed in giving giving Denry the best that Denry needs. That's what we need.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why sometimes we find ourselves getting ourselves in political arguments that does not make sense.
Yeah, because even the fishermen in Denry, someone told me that there is no electricity on the Daito.
There is no electricity, brother man.
I mean, I
And
don't
that is
understand.
one of Prosper's downfall, the Daito.
Yes.
Believe me.
I spoke to a lot of the fishermen, the fisher folks, and they're annoyed, they're upset, and they're just tired.
They're tired, they're mad.
Yeah.
Because while Esther was in power, Esther was telling the fishermen that all doesn't belong, that it belongs to government and not of entity. But they did not believe Esther at the time, because they believed Prosper that was not even in power yet, trust Prosper, telling him the truth, a man that is inside there.
Yeah.
So most of the fishermen, what they did, they went and they support Prosper, thinking that Prosper was going to give them Daito. You understand?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, up to today, 2 years in his administration, something that is under his portfolio.
That's right.
And he cannot deliver.
Cannot deliver.
Brother man. When you speak that kind of truth, people are not gonna like you. They're gonna say, "Me say like to talk politics or make what he's saying." But we all have conclusions. We all have solutions, and we all have, and some of us are from Denry.
But I think it's irresponsible and dangerous for the representative to allow Denry the Daito to be without electricity, because it is a fishing port.
Bro,
it is a fishing port.
Not only dangerous, but it's breeding a lot of criminality.
Yeah.
It's harboring a lot of illegalities.
Yeah.
But you know, these are what we inclusion supposed to come out and start talking about. Make this guy know we know the true meaning, or we know what a politician is supposed to deliver to us.
Yeah.
Because Garfield, both you and I know
Gabby?
what a politician is supposed to do.
Yeah.
We know. We have different way of accepting that deal. Some of us are more keen to our party than the other. Some of us want to see St. Lucia do well. Some of us our party. But even though you want your party to do well, you still know what a politician is supposed to deliver for you.
Yeah.
Now, I want to touch, as I am on your show there, I want to touch one other issue. You remember when everybody used to tell you Guy Joseph Volela?
Yeah.
Guy Joseph Volela.
Yep.
Good. Only now the shoe is on another foot. Mr. Jeremiah Norbert is bringing facts to light. And I'm happy he brought the facts to light. I'm happy. Whereby he's saying to your guys about politicians buying their stuff. Your guys need to stop talking about politicians investing, because they have a salary. Not me that said it. He said it.
Yes, I heard it. I heard it.
So in fact, he's telling you. So in fact, he's telling you that he can have a salary. So in fact, he's telling you he can have a salary to make investments in a year and plus months. But After 15 years in office, guy don't have anything. And that is where the surrogates are peddling. They are peddling a whole heap of nonsense, bro. And they're
But
not
Gail,
sticking to the facts.
but they came very hard on Gail Rigoberт because she bought some building during her time in government.
The condos in capacity. Go somewhere and go see this.
And I'm not even sure why that was a problem for the people of St. Lucia.
So that's why I'm telling you, when the shoe is on the other feet, they're going to cry. And these individuals have been in office for a decade. And they are active for 1 decade. That makes them 15 years in office, 15 years as a parliamentarian.
But Jeremiah is now getting a decent salary so he can talk the way he wants. Now he's eyeing investments. And he said now, oh, I see nothing wrong. Y'all think that we can't have investments and we can't get stuff. But they were the ones saying to the St. Lucian people that the United Workers' Party representatives are stealing from them in order for them to buy buildings and to get rich. I remember the question was asked, how come a politician's salary can buy all these things and guy can have all these things? They were the ones peddling this nonsense.
Exactly. Now, I was listening to Miss Belrose this morning.
Yeah.
And man, Miss Belrose brought in a very valid point.
Mm-hmm.
And most of us we underlooking it, like we overlooking it, like to us it does not matter.
Yeah.
But Miss Belrose said something in the effect that now the roads are eating people.
Yep.
Yeah, serious. When she said that to me, I take note of it. And I said to myself, oh yes, because the people once said that we don't eat roads.
Yeah.
So in fact, right now, the roads are so angry at them, so the roads are eating them.
Yeah.
So sometimes I ask myself, where did St. Lucia go wrong? Where did St. Lucia go wrong, my brother? My brother, all the roads in St. Lucia are in horrible state.
Yeah, I heard guys saying today that the roads he have never seen the roads in such conditions before, and both Labour and United Workers' Party supporters are saying the very same thing.
Bro, yes, and bro, it's not a song that is being singing by only one set of people.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
But even if we speaking about it, these guys are not doing anything about it.
They're not.
They're not, Brother Garfield.
And I'm trying to figure out why.
Not because they cannot. Not because they cannot, Brother Garfield. Garfield, la pani l'argent.
I was just going to say that because, but the sad thing is, the longer you leave those roads in such conditions, it is more costly to repair those things.
Let me tell you the whole focus right now. The whole focus now is them guys trying to see they must enough money. But remember, they have to keep up with the debt.
Yeah.
They have to keep up with the debt. They have a debt ceiling that they have to keep up with all the time.
Mm-hmm.
The salary versus the debt. You understand?
Yeah.
And whatever they're picking up, they're trying to patch it up together because they have the hospital project, they have they have the roads project. These guys have a lot of projects to undertake. Make it worse, Brother Garfield. No institution, Brother Garfield, is borrowing these guys money.
Sad. Because
and that is why the equity minister, they have to take out the $1 million from him and give to the housing minister.
But most of the monies these guys were spending earlier were loans that were already negotiated by the United Workers' Party.
Yes. What they did when they came in, Well, let me tell you the strategy they used when they came in. When these guys came in, they stopped the contracts.
Yeah.
But Garfield, these guys stopped all the contracts.
Causing themselves millions of dollars in fees.
Yes, it was easier for them to pay. That's what the strategy was. It was easier for us to pay these guys. For example, if you stop a contract that costs 10 million, okay?
Yeah.
Let's say you stop a contract for $10 million.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're not going to pay back that contract at $10 million.
Right.
You probably give them like a $3 million based on the contract that was signed. And you have $7 million in hand.
Yeah.
You can play with. And that is what these guys were doing. That is what they bro. Look at their strategy. Every contract on the island was stopped when they come into power.
Because they claim it was for investigations. Because remember, King, as an insider, said to them, well, there's a lot of bubble and bad things were happening, so we got to stop all these projects in order to, you know. As a matter of fact, I suspect King was saying to these guys, look, I have a path to get Guy Joseph and Chastney in jail. Stop all these contracts and y'all will find that path. He himself came back and he said, well, nothing was wrong with the Grosile Highway. But he was saying, oh, yes, everything is wrong. Something is wrong. The airport, something is wrong. Let's stop to investigate.
Let me tell you that when I look at the history of politics in St. Lucia, and I'm telling you, King will be remembered as the biggest joke in the
history would not be nice to him.
Not be nice to him.
No.
Because another thing I cannot understand. I cannot understand why Philip J. Pierre, with all the good sense he claim he have, would allow Stephenson King to still want to join the United Workers' Party while he's in your cabinet.
I think there's a plan, there's a plot there. I don't think he wants to come in. I think he just wants to sow discord and he just want to throw the United Workers' Party off. I think it was just to cause problems in the party, both him and the other guy, the lawyer. I think these two guys, their aim was to cause as much problems in the party than the party can manage.
Let me ask you a question. Why would a prime minister that is focused on a country with so many issues can find time to engage himself in a destruction of another party?
You know what? No, as you asked that question, Charles, you know what is concerning to me? That the SLP press secretary came on Mr. Timothy's show to make a pappy show of herself and her party by saying to Tim and the listening audience that, oh, we found out that we were owing people on St. Jude right there in Parliament. We found out, which means that these guys came to Parliament not even knowing what they're debating. She said
That's
it.
what I'm trying to tell you. All these guys came in Parliament to do. These guys did not come in Parliament to borrow money, you know.
No.
That was not what these guys were hoping to achieve. This guy did not come to Parliament to debate where the expenditure of the that's not what they came to.
No.
Because if that was what they wanted to do, they could have gone to CAB and do that.
Yeah.
That was not what they came there to do. They came there to feed steak to their supporters.
To their base, yeah.
Yes, and when I say steak, I mean raw.
Yes, they call it red meat. Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. That's what they came there to do, man. Because listen to me.
Yeah.
After Ask Philip J. Pierre, How much the hospital going to cost? He does not know, brother man.
But wait, yeah, as you say that, man, this is confusing. I'm telling you. One, the guy said, "Look, we are on phase one at the hospital. We are choosing to do the old St. Jude because the report says that it will cost millions of dollars. They give figures for the new hospital, but there is no figures for the old hospital. Listen, there is an approved plan that Mr. Shastney and his team got from the DCA, an approved plan for the new hospital, but there is no approved plan for the old hospital. So one, no plan for the old hospital from approved plans. Two, there is no figure, there is no price to do anything over there. But yet, we are going to do the old hospital. That's what we're going to do because that's the best option. How is it the best option when you only have figures for the new hospital? You only have approval for the new hospital. Everything to me, looking in, is in favor of the new hospital being completed, not the old one. Because you have no approval.
Brother Garfield, let me ask you a personal question. You may not be in the construction field, and you will not know that, and you not understand that. Let me tell you that. DCA, I think, is an international body.
DCA? No, the DCA is the just like the Department of Building here in New York.
Okay. Now,
you can't put a brick without their approval.
Yes. But Garfield, I want to tell you that I don't know.
Your audio is breaking up, but go ahead.
I need to know which engineer on the DCA that is going towards that project. You heard me?
Yes, I heard you. Hold a minute. We got a call coming in. Let me see if we can take it. Caller, you on the air. Good. Gregory, you can hear?
No.
Hold a minute. We're trying to get this song up. Go ahead, my friend. Oh, hold a minute, right? The audio, I got to fix this right away. Just 1 second. Folks, just give me a minute. Yes. Okay, so we were not connected to the main system, so we're going to connect our audio to the main. Bear with us. Tonight we are one-man operation. Okay, my friend, go ahead. You should be on. Here, Patrick. Sorry, Charles.
Yeah.
You there? Okay, good. Caller, you on the air.
Okay, so you can hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Loud and clear.
You can hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Clear. Now, loud and clear.
Okay, great stuff. I was saying that I'm so happy you touched on St. Jude's again tonight. Now, I am concluding. First of all, let me just mention something. When we're about to build a house or embark on building any building whatsoever, we must find out as civilians how much the bank is going to lend us. So that's the first thing we should do is to find out how much the bank is going to lend us to construct if we're using the bank's money. Mm-hmm. And the reason for that is they've got to do your credit score, credit rating, etc., before they can say that they can lend you X amount of money. Mm-hmm. All right?
Yeah.
That is for a civilian. Next phase would be to, of course, have your plans drawn up within the amount of money that the bank would lend you. costing it to the amount of money that the bank would lend you. DCA approval, etc. Then you take those plans back to the bank.
That's right.
Then the bank would look at the plans and say, okay, we can lend you this. You still qualify. We are going to give you X amount of money to build your house.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, you already have your plans. You've got DCA approval. And you also now, you know how much your building costs. And now you also approved by the bank, so you waiting to get your money through to do this. So you've got a plan. You even have a plan as to how long the building is going to take when you speak to your contractor.
Yeah.
We have seen a prime minister in Philip J. Pierre coming out and saying to us, he doesn't know how many beds St. Jude's is going to have. He doesn't have an approved DCA plan. So he doesn't know, there's not too much that has been done in preparation for even receiving funding for this place.
So why are you spending $5 million on cleaning?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we're hearing you. Go ahead, caller. You can hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
However, he is going ahead and washing walls, paying how many $1 million? Is it 5? Is it 10?
$5 million.
I don't know. 5 million, $10 million.
Yeah.
To wash down walls and to fence and do clearing of the grounds, etc.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know. You don't have a DC approved plan. Neither do you have, have a costing on the entire project or anything of that sort. So are we building St. Jude's back to front? Are we trying to build these old buildings back to front? I'm saying this to say, let me go to my point, right?
Yes.
And before I make my point, I'll make other points. So let me go to other points that I need to make. Just a couple of days ago, Brother Garfield, I called a show and I said to you that the old St. Jude's is infested. There are all infestations of all sorts. Before hearing this from me on your show, did you hear it prior?
No.
Okay. All of a sudden, didn't I tell you it was going to come out?
Yes.
All of a sudden, Philip J. Pierre has come out to say it's rat infested, rats and rodents are the same thing, rodent infested, this infested, that infested. We also have mold. We don't even know if there's asbestos. There might very well be asbestos.
Yeah.
You understand? This place is an awful mess. And listen to me, St. Lucia, whoever the people are on this forum tonight, they can do absolutely nothing with this. If they have to, they will have to put in hundreds of millions of dollars to get this back up to scratch. All right? So all of this is now coming out. They're tiptoeing, giving out bits and pieces of bad information, because like they're just finding out about St. Jude's. Although they had their committee of persons go down to do a report on St. Jude's. You're now acting like you're just finding out what the problems are with this old building. So what they're going to do, and I conclude, this is my conclusion, what Philip J. Pierre and them are going to do is that they're going to continue spilling a little bit of what's wrong, spilling a little bit of what's wrong, spilling a little bit of what's wrong, until they come and say, okay, you know what? We have to use the box because this is costing us too much, or this is that, or this is that. My question to them is, why would you go ahead and wash down buildings and say you're going to fence it and clean the yard and stuff if you have no DCA approval on those buildings? Are you realistically paying $10 million to somebody to do this work, or are you paying $10 million with $5 million back pay that will come back to somebody that's involved in this? Are we siphoning more money into the old St. Jude's? Are we, or through the old St. Jude's and saying we're doing a project? Mm-hmm. Is that what we're doing? Are you going to continue to do this? I'm Philip J. Pierre and Lisa Jawahir. Let me tell you, I hope you're listening, or if you don't hear it tonight, you'll hear it tomorrow, the day after. Do not try to come and make excuses for Philip J. Pierre. He knows exactly what's going down at St. Jude's. If I know, Philip J. Pierre knows.
And she has the information
he knows
too.
Exactly what is going on at St. Jude's. And you, Lisa, coming out and trying to fool the people of St. Lucia, covering up for him, it will not work. Because guess what? There are people like me on the other end who knows exactly what's going down at St. Jude's. So I will continuously come and debunk you and Philip J. Pierre and the SLP government. I am sick and tired of this.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Caller, you there? You finished?
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough. This back to front thing. This we all know how buildings, as adults, as grown-ups, as some of us being in that business, some people in other businesses, people in construction, people building a little two-bedroom house. We all know what the procedure is to build and to get loans, etc. Philip J. Pierre and the SLP are the only people who do not know how this works. Philip J. Pierre, you've never built a house. Stevenson King, you're in the process of enlarging your house. Didn't you know when you bought your house or when you built it, didn't you know the procedure of how you got your loan, etc.?
We got to find out, caller, we got to find out if he got approval for that new swimming pool that he have at his house.
Maybe he didn't get approval. He's just building it because DCA is in his pocket.
But we got to find out who are the members on the DCA. That's the other thing too. What is going on at DCA? Why are we having construction without permits? Why do we have little shacks in Denry without permits? Why do we have government building without permit? Why?
Why have we gone ahead and built a St. Jude's, right, with no DCA approval, no planning approval whatsoever? And they're going to dig up things and say, oh, no, but we were just extending it. And no, we just realized that we needed to put another piece here to suit this and to suit that. If you all realize that as grown men who are supposed to be educated people, didn't you know that you should have gone to DCA and say, listen, DCA, we are changing the trajectory of this hospital that we're doing, and we'll be adding some more buildings, and we'll be making some modifications, and we'll be doing this and that. So we think that we should have a plan drawn up. Give us your opinion on this. We should have a plan drawn up, and then get it approved. You telling me you paid a company $6 million
to
it
clean?
May be more. It may be in the range of $6 million. Kenny, Anthony, you paid $6 million to someone to do the plans, etc., and to get DC approval for the old St. Jude's. And this was not done, but this person has walked away with that money with no recourse. Absolutely no recourse.
Yes, and we have people talking foolishness on Facebook, ain't it?
Brother Garfield and Gregory and panel and listeners, they cannot use the old St. Jude's. It is too compromised. They cannot use it. There is so much wrong with it that they're feeding it to us solutions in little bits, and then they will tell us they have no choice but to do some work on the box. However, let me tell you guys that the box is already being considered. In fact, it has not just consideration. It has been agreed that they've got to use at least 5 sections
So
of
you
the box.
you are breaking
To
you are
move
breaking
the old St. Jude's
you are breaking news that I
into the
wanted
new
to
St.
keep
Jude's.
secret, but it's out now. So good.
Yes, Brother Garfield.
Sorry. Well, I broke the news.
Well, you know what? I will put on the
I broke
breaking
the
news
news.
logo soon, but that's breaking news. That this is why they're kicking
I'm
up.
anonymous.
Yeah,
Anonymous has broken the news, people.
yeah. Well, I was going to drop it at some point.
The truth.
Everything that this government is doing, everything that the SLP government is doing with St. Jude's right now, and spewing little bits of problems here and problems there and problems over there, they're fully aware of it. And they just do that is their tactic and the technique that they use to fool St. Lucians once again, right? Knowing fully well that the amount of money they're going to have to put into that place, that it's best that they just finish the new structure which has no problems.
Yeah.
It will cost them less money to finish the new structure, the box like they call it, to finish the box than to go and waste more money in those compromised buildings.
Caller, I have a special invitation for you. I will give you a special slot for a special program just for you. We will call it In the People's Interests.
I will. Let me listen to the program. Let me go back and give somebody else a chance and let you guys finish. But I could not wait to just call, and when you're touch engines to call and make some things clear
And drop the
about
bomb.
what's
Okay.
going on it was really going on.
So
in
now,
St. Lucia.
tomorrow, we're going to get a press release from the Prime Minister's office coming at us with a lawsuit.
Okay, and we'll discuss it further. No problem.
That's right. Your blessings. Gregory,
Okay,
boy.
Brother Garfield.
Whoa.
Brother Garfield, let me tell you, that is what I was trying to tell you earlier on.
Yes.
I realized that there is no DCA plan. There is no costing. But yes, still our Prime Minister saw it fitting to come to the people's house and say they're going to debate the expenditure. Bro, what you debate? What do you bring that to the house for?
We want the hospital finished.
That is the big question. That is where I tell you, the Inclusion Labour Party is playing a game, a mind game.
Yeah.
That's all they do. And not towards the United Workers' Party, because I feel by now the United Workers' Party supporters have enlightening themselves
Yeah.
a little bit more.
They're
now
not going to be fooled.
to realize that those gimmicks, it's not going to work anymore.
This is a new breed of United Workers' Party folks.
Yes, brother, man.
New
it's
breed.
not going to work anymore.
No, it's not going to work.
It's not going to work anymore.
No.
These guys need to come with a new game. That old game, no more result for that old game.
They can fool their people, but not the United Workers' Party. No. Because
you tell me there is no costing. You don't know how much it costs.
you don't know the amount of beds.
You don't know nothing. But yet, you have a presentation in the house misleading the people of St. Lucia.
But based on
we have to be smarter than that.
but based on
We
what
have to see it for what it is.
But based on what he said, the Prime Minister said this week, he that's a lot of problems he brought to the St. Lucian people in a slick way. No approval. They're waiting for approval. Rodents, it's infected. What else? A whole set of problems. No finance, we don't know. We have no information. Basically, the man is saying to the St. Lucian people, I have no information on the hospital.
Exactly. And also, what he's trying to do there, he's trying to play a game whereby he's doing all that. The next thing he's going to say, but you know what, guys? I told you that it was infected. I told you all guys it had no plan.
Yeah.
I told you all guys I did not have no costing. So now, guys, this is the reason why I have to take on the box.
But you know what we need to do? We need to watch the DCA. These guys, I suspect they're putting a lot of pressure on this agency.
Of course, yes.
To just give us approval. Just get no matter what it takes. By March, Give us documents. Give us something.
Let me tell you what can happen, Garfield. Any DCA member that put an approval on the old St. Jude Hospital, I'm telling you, he's going to take prison.
And we the people will rise up against it.
That's not, because let me tell you that. There is no way that you build a structure, Garfield. You already build a structure that is 20% finished, completion. Without an DCA approval. That means the foundation, you don't know how you don't know the foundation, how it's built. It was not approved. It was not approved. Some come and tell you, okay, we did that, have some rough sketch, we did that with the foundation. But who and how it was approved? It was never approved.
But my question is too, which environmental agency or hazmat agency in St. Lucia is taking care or doing their tests and research on the that infected building? How are they managing a rat infested building? Are they just spraying chemical Clorox? How would we know that we have gotten rid of whatever danger? That's a hospital.
Okay, let me tell you what I have been thinking about. Since Brother Anson is such a good, and I would check his name in that, is
an asbestos specialist?
Asbestos and mold control. I think Brother Anson should educate these guys. Because here in America, we have no shortcut.
Oh boy, no.
Because people lives matter.
That's right.
People lives matter.
Yeah.
So I think I was thinking that Brother Anson should educate his prime minister instead of just spraying the world and not dealing with the mold directly inside of the wall, which they have to do. If they don't do that, there is no way they can destroy the mold in the building. So you have to either break down half of the wall, or sometimes the complete wall, in order to deal with the mold infestation. That's not something people play with, especially St. Lucia is kin for black mold.
But Charles, right here in my house, I had a leak in the basement. Major leak. Did not know because I was not coming down to the basement for a while. Brother, when I came down, the whole wall was black mold. I had to call the insurance. I had to get folks in. We had to take out every piece of the wall.
Yes,
Got it out.
But man, let me just elaborate on that with you. I have seen Brother Anson at work in a mold infested area. I have seen it with my 2 eyes.
Yeah.
And I did not see Brother Anson just came and sprayed the mold. I see he did some demo.
Yeah.
In order to treat the mold inside the building.
You got to remove the drywall.
Yes. You have to move the drywall in order to deal with the mold inside. So I know what I'm saying when I've seen Brother Anson in action. I have seen him, so he knows his stuff.
Yep.
So that is the reason why I say, why don't he use this platform to educate his government or to carry the message to his government how to deal with the mold-infested area.
And stop talking about 1979.
Exactly.
Because 1979 will not help that hospital. And that's what, again, my concern is the DCA, the Development Control Authority, environmental health protection people should be at the hospital doing their assessment too.
Brother man, that is what is going on there. It looked like a very corrupt, there are a lot of corrupt people involved in what's going on there.
Yeah.
I am telling you, and I'm waiting to who at the DCA is going to put an approval, and I want them to bring that to cabinet and make it a document of the house, so that the other government, when it comes into power, can hold this individual responsible for the illegality of continuing the St. Jude Hospital.
And I like what you said there, because Gregory, I personally as an individual, I would take it on, and if there is any approval that should not be given on that hospital building, I am calling on the United Workers' Party government, when you get in power, you got to open one of the biggest investigation in the history of St. Lucia, just to deal, and people must be held accountable.
Because I feel at the end of the day, people's life matter. We don't want to put people in a hospital. They're going to have respiratory problems. We don't do that.
People going with asthma and respiratory problems, and you are just. I mean, I don't understand.
So they keen on continuing the old hospital, and they know. They even said that the old hospital, they didn't have a contractor that knew how to build an old hospital. They said it. The contractor even said he had no knowledge of building a hospital.
Yes. Yeah. Brother, let's what?
So how can the DCA tell me that right now they're going to force you to make approval to a building that you do not know how the foundation of this building was being constructed? Supposing you put your name on that approval, and tomorrow something happened in the building, who is responsible? That's what I tell you. Inclusions are living carefree. To us, to most of the people of St. Lucia, things like that do not matter. Garfield, things like that only matter sometimes to us when we travel and we live in overseas. And you hear people from St. Lucia telling you, me, there's mall in this building. Oh, this man need to come and get over that mall. Give me my money back. And then they want to leave the mall. But believe me, bro, they are going to St. Lucia and going to go into a hospital that is mole infested.
This is sad though. But he said that he's doing both the cleaning the exterior and the fence. But I was told that there is no fence at the hospital.
There is no fence, brother.
Same old plywood.
There is no fence.
It is March. He said major construction starts in March.
There was new photos that I saw today, and there were no fence, Brother Garfield.
I need somebody to go to the hospital, get some pictures for us on the new fence.
There is no fence. And that is a prime minister coming and say, workers
rebegin, yeah.
Yes. First he said there was cleaning and spraying of mold, and the construction work is now re-beginning.
He said exterior and fencing.
So where is the exterior?
I don't know what you're doing with the exterior. Your main focus should be the inside. Then you do the finishing on the outside.
But Garfield, that is just a way that the government of St. Lucia, the St. Lucia Labour Party government, is paying back to its supporters. That's the only way they can pay back to their supporters.
But is there any work
to create jobs for them?
I don't know how you re-begin a construction site with no permit. And you know what? If was a regular St. Lucian going to build some little plywood house on the hill, the DCA would have been there to ask them to stop, to cease construction.
Of course, yes.
But a hospital.
Because I can tell you, let me just share something with you. Many years ago when I was in St. Lucia, I was, I was with my kid's mom. So her mother gave us a piece of property on the high street. And when you're a young man, you ambition to do something.
Yeah.
So I started putting my columns and everything. Bro, you know what happened? Somebody called the DCA. They came down and they stopped me. You know,
They stop you.
they tell me if I put one more pillar, one more column, one more block, the work. And you know when they do that as a young man,
Yeah.
the air inside of you,
Yeah, they just knock it
bro.
out.
Yeah, yes, that's what happened to me. So I am coming out there not to tell you that I don't know that the DCA is supposed to do their jobs. They're supposed to do their job.
Yeah.
They're supposed to find, and what the guy told me, what I can do is to go to planning and get any buy a plan in the planning.
Yeah.
Just buy a plan and go and construct it how I want, but make sure I buy a plan. Yes, brother. And the audience and our life can attest to that. That's what they do. They tell you go and buy a plan from planning, and you make changes to it.
Wow.
But you have a plan. Serious, brother Garfield.
But remember, Guy Joseph was saying all the time that there was no plan, and the Labour Party was saying, yes, we have plans.
Yes, they used to say
I remember
they
that.
have
I will
plans.
get those clips and play them. And all of a sudden, we're waiting for full approval from the DCA.
So, Garfield, these are the stuff that is happening in our communities and St. Lucia by extension. But you hear nobody talking about those issues. And these issues are pressing issues. And these issues also affect the kitchen table.
Yeah.
It affects the kitchen table. It's
It
taking
does.
away from the kitchen table.
Yeah.
It does, brother man. People
But
don't
remember-
come out and talk about it.
But remember also that that hospital was 80% finished in 2016.
That's what I'm telling you. Yes.
80%
Without DCA approval.
without DCA approval. 80%.
Yes. Not only without DCA approval, without the costing approval.
But the plan was paid for. Millions of dollars was paid for it.
Yes, Kenny Anthony said the plan was a guy drew up a sketch for him. Yes. Kenny Anthony said it.
Millions of dollars, he paid for that plan.
Yes. Yes.
So where is it?
The plan was never approved, brother man. Just like a man sitting in his house, draw a sketch for you. That's it.
We need a lot more. We need to dig more in this matter, brother.
That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That's why nowadays I'm trying my best to see that I do more in-depth investigation onto those little matters in the country, because I realize nobody cares about those things.
Nobody.
What they
No.
don't realize is those projects that are taken away from government be able to subsidize sugar, flour, and stuff for BSP squandering the money.
But even that, they were boasting, saying that y'all should be happy. The bread prices could have been higher. The gas prices could have been higher. We doing this for you. You government, you ain't doing nothing for nobody. We put you there to work on our behalf. We didn't put you there for us to beg you to do things. You said you can do it, and the people voted you in to do it.
Look at Philip J. Pierre remarks in cabinet, in parliament, when he said, you all want to demonstrate. You all want to demonstrate.
Oh boy.
Well, look, I'll give you a demonstration. The gas price is not really where it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell him where it's
So
supposed to
what
be at
is it
$11.
No, what he's saying, it probably have to be twice the amount.
That's what he's saying, yes. He's giving them mépris. Y'all have no shame. Y'all want to protest? We can make you all pay the full price.
Exactly. That's what he's
Mépris.
telling him. And then he's laughing at the end, like, it's a puppy show kind of business in the house.
He giggles at
And
it.
people see nothing wrong with that.
And you deal with the life of people. People's
People's
livelihood.
Yes, brother man, that's what you're dealing with there right now. Now, these
80%.
people don't want to come out and speak about that. Another thing again, look at
Rural.
the Speaker of the House. Let we just talk about the Speaker of the House, and probably I'll have to go.
Yes.
The Speaker of the House. Let's look at the Speaker of the House.
Mhm.
He came out and said that it could be a midget he would use a masuga.
Yep.
And people and he would spray big on other people like mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes, yeah. Insulting the people.
But look at carefully what happened to him when he reached the jaws of life. I call that the jaws of life.
Yeah.
When he reached there, he started singing a different song.
Yeah.
The song he started singing was, and I will sing it for you. Alan Shaste received from me things I know.
Yeah.
I just the one time that I have not given him the benefit of the doubt. He started singing song like he was Jesus Christ to Shastney.
Yeah. Yep.
After
I saw the man treating Chastain nice. I was like, that's not normal.
Yes. Only because he wants the taxpayers to pay the fees for him.
Yeah.
Now listen to Philip here. His remark on that. Philip doesn't judge that at all.
Yeah.
But Philip would divert and say, oh, the system is working. The system is working. Philip doesn't judge what the speaker is doing. He's talking about the system.
System is working. They put the system to the test.
Yes. And we need to trust our own people.
Yeah. We can't trust the speaker, $75,000 after.
Exactly, brother man. He never touched the gun. He
No.
never did touch it.
No. No.
And he think it's okay because he come and tell us the system was working. The system was not working. System is not working when your people, your surrogates, are using the power given to them by your government for vendetta reasons.
Yeah.
Not, brother man, it's not. It's not a joke, neither.
You don't put the legal system to the test.
Exactly, you have to pay for that.
It's expensive, yeah.
Exactly.
And the taxpayers.
$75,000 Garfield. That's $75 Garfield.
Yeah.
Prospect would have taken it and invest into the young people of St. Lucia.
That's
so
right.
So that he did not have to go to Brazil to find poultry to feed the people of St. Lucia.
I heard that they're importing chicken and chicken wings are very expensive.
Exactly.
Why can't we take the $75,000 and invest? Just buy young chicks and give it to farmers and let them produce.
Let them produce. Give them a help. Give them a boost.
Give them the push.
To go to Brazil. Man, let me tell you that is one of the biggest insults a prime minister would ever give to his minister. And especially a minister of agriculture.
Yeah.
That was, Garfield, I'm telling you, I took that insult at heart. And I think I was the first person that came out and talked about it because I took it at heart.
It's
you
shame.
cannot tell me a man with the man that was so motivated in revamping the agriculture sector in St. Lucia have to resort to go to Brazil to find poultry to feed its people.
Well, they will have to bring bananas from Mexico soon.
Soon, you're looking at chicken. Chicken is a 6-week product.
Yeah. You can get eggs, you can get everything from there.
Young people of St. Lucia.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys not invest in the young people of St. Lucia?
Yeah.
Why don't you not invest in lands? Financial assistance.
Yep.
Give young people a boost in front.
Yep. Henry has a lot of space for that.
They will not do that, Brother Garfield. You know what they will do, Brother Garfield? They would wait until first it's infested.
That's it.
And it turns into what we call crimes. And then they all are going to come out and call our young people useless. and
Shame.
workplace.
Send them to Bodily.
Now, the things we need to talk about, Brother Garfield, that government have no plan for the people of St. Lucia. But they're very good at using words, Brother Garfield.
Yeah.
They're very good at using words.
Sweet nothing.
Like, for example, you hear they say, they have the economy for the young people economy.
The youth economy.
The youth economy, sorry about that.
Yeah,
Garfield,
well, the youth are laughing at that.
For youth economy?
Yeah. How are you talking about youth economy and you don't have chicken? You have to import it.
That's what I'm telling you, Brother Garfield.
My God. Well,
Brother Garfield, a government, closing a government, no progress.
Yeah.
Will bear no result.
True.
A government with no plan will get nothing out of that, Garfield.
Nothing. The people
These
will
guys
suffer.
have no plan. Yes, people suffer when they
People
have
will
no plan.
suffer.
And that's the exact thing that happened. So, our viewers, I know in the diaspora, in the Caribbean, all around the world, I want to say, guys, a pleasant good night. Much love.
Yes,
so
sir.
I'm telling you, I feel like Brother Garfield and I need to do more shows together because we need to we need to do some enlightenment.
That's right.
Yes, we need to do that, guys. We need to do that.
That's right.
So, guys, y'all will see me a little bit more on Garfield shows more often. So, have a blessed and one love.
You too, brother. Thanks for coming
very
on.
much, Garfield.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so that was George. I just want to show you folks a video quickly. Thank you, George Gregory, for being here with us. I just want to commend Mr. Spider. Just let me load that page. Spider, most of you saw the his interview on last night. And let's go over to Spider Web and just have a little look here.
But you are responsible for your loss, and I take that responsibility. But to say that you lose or win an election for any one reason, I think will be a fallacy, in the sense that there are many contributing factors. Some that you may personally, as a politician, be responsible for, some that may be totally out of your control. And so I think a number of factors, accounted for it. I think there was a campaign of attrition that was waged.
And, let me just say this. And listen to me, brethren, especially you United Workers' Party supporters. Spider was being called an anti-Shas, not UWP, and all these kind of things. I want us to stop this garbage, all right? What makes you a United Workers' Party supporter? The ideas, the vision. Not an individual, not a man. So let's say, like Spider said it very nicely last night. He said, look, I did not support Mr. Chasney earlier as a leader. I did not support him. I did not support Stevenson King. And then he said, look, I give my full support to Mr. Chasney at this time as political leader. He has the vision. He has proven himself. But what we say to people is that, oh, you're not flabbo enough. You're not good. Why? Because this one don't support Mr. Chasney and this one don't support this one. So nobody is flabbo because of that. Brethren, we got to stop this nasty mentality. It's going to destroy the party. The party is making headways now. You will erase the gain of the party. And two, don't allow anybody who just come into your party to tell you that you are not flabbo enough. Some of you, when you were catching your tail in support of this party, they were nowhere. They were on the other side criticizing you, the flabbo. When you were out there, they were criticizing. When you were in opposition and they were in government, they were victimizing you. Huh? When you were in government, they cuss you off. And they say all manner of evil against you. And it is okay to welcome persons into your party who were once Labour Party supporters. But when these people come in, they got to know their place. They got to understand that you got to respect the elders in the party. When I say the elders, those who have been there before. You don't walk in like a bully and decide who is Flabo, who is not, who is genuine, who is not genuine. Flabo make mistakes. Labour make mistakes. They are still Labour. They are still Flabo. So I am getting tired of this foolishness. Where people are telling you, you're not Flabo, this one not Flabo. Why? When you ask them why, oh, they don't support Chastney. Wait a minute. Supposing Chastney makes you a UWP? No, what makes you a UWP is the values of this party, this great party. Huh? The vision of the party. That is exactly what makes this party great. So you don't tell me because somebody don't support John Compton, they don't support this one, they're not UWP. When some of these people have given their lives, they have given everything. And you make them feel like they're nothing. Because you know what is best. But I just wanted you to know that Mr. Spider is a United Workers' Party guy. And he has a right to support who he wants and who he don't want. It is his democratic right. So I am happy to see Spider. He's doing an excellent job. I was so proud of his presentation last night. I was proud of him. He represented his party. Let's go back over to the...
Not just glibly because I'm doing PR for the United Workers' Party, but let's deal with the facts. We did not anticipate COVID. We could not have foreseen it. However, our response to COVID at a time when our economy was shut down, I mean, just imagine, at that time, gasoline was hovering somewhere in the vicinity of $120 a barrel. You, Timothy, paid $13 at the pump, thereabout. Today, gasoline, at a time when your economy is open, things have returned to some semblance of normalcy. You have gasoline down to somewhere of $70-something a barrel. How much are you paying for a gallon of gas? $17. I mean, that is criminal.
Listen to me. Spider came out on top last night, even though you had some people calling to make a fool of the man, but he is an experienced United Workers' Party man, and you know, it is what it is.
I beg your pardon?
Nothing about it.
I beg your
It's
pardon?
land for 5 years.
Because we were building a new hospital that would satisfy
But you just said that
the
you're
international
going to use part
standards.
of the other one.
I said
so
we were use part of the other one. Someone suggested,
other one.
someone asked the question whether the old building would not ever
Good
be used.
night.
And I'm saying,
Okay, thank you.
You see how rude some people are? They're rude. You know, they're very rude. So let's go over to the press conference today. Another plus for the United Workers' Party.
The one incumbent or the one imbued with the capacity to effectively govern the affairs of this country. And so I think there is an error on my paper. I will make...
Just bear with me, folks.
We will see that leader emerging. A leader who will fight for you, the citizens of this country. A leader who knows how to get up, after being knocked down. A leader who is not deterred or daunted by the frustration tactics of detractors. A leader who effectively counters attempts by those detractors who use fear to woo and confuse people. A good leader who knows how to get water flowing in the well. A leader who knows how to calm people and allay their fears. A leader whose name is on the lips of every St. Lucian. A leader who the young, the old, the marginalized, the poor, the weak, the activists, the non-activists, the bystander, the bus driver, the vendor, everyone.
Yes, you know. So I'm saying that the party they're coming together nicely.
Our country can do better. I beg of Mr. Pierre to open his eyes and get on with the business of moving the country. Do what his father would have done as an honest police officer of this country. And you know, as I say that, I'm reminded of the from within the bosom of the UWP. We believe in fighting the wrong that needs resistance and helping the cause that needs assistance.
Not fighting ourselves, for sure. But Mr. Guy Joseph today spoke also on the hospital.
We spent 118 million on St. Jude, but only 89 million has been paid, and there's an outstanding amount of about 28 million to be paid. What is so difficult with this mathematics? And then if another 40 million is to be spent to complete the ground floor, to move into the facility, then with a price of about 160 million, you would have St. Jude move from the George Odlum Stadium to the new St. Jude, a modern building. And I need to explain, and this is what, I mean, this report, I have never seen more crap in a report in my life. And if I was a professional, I would never put my signature to a report like this. The report has more assumptions than it has facts.
All right, so that's Brother Joseph earlier to their folks, and I'm saying to you, stay focused on the issues. Don't get into those petty fights that you see going on around the place. Stay focused. Stay focused. Now, Dr. Fletcher just indicated earlier to us that she's here with us, but she's also at a meeting. I believe that they're meeting tonight, and they're planning, they're putting things in place. And listen to me, folks, you are on the right track. Stay together, stay focused. Don't be distracted. You have the wind behind your back. Stay focused, stay the course. But let us be respectful in dealing with the issues that affect our society. Let's go over to Guy Joseph just for a few minutes, and I have an announcement to make.
5 small buildings. Think of running a hospital with 25 small buildings. You need an x-ray, you run to that building over there. You need to get the results of the x-ray, you run to the other building over there. A nurse has to be attending to one person there and one person. And we all know that. We are living in a modern era. We are living in a day when the internet has made global things.
That's right, folks. So, there you have it. We're not going to stay any longer. I want to thank Charles for being here with us. It is always a blessing. And by the way, Charles is a good guy, I can tell you that. And very understanding, guy with a lot of wisdom and a lot of information. All right. By the way, I spoke to Mr. Guy earlier today, and I have a special announcement to make. He's going to be on set with us. We will make that special announcement at the appropriate time. So Mr. Guy Joseph will be here with us. We're going to discuss the St. Jude Hospital once again. This time we're going to get more details, more information. He's going to be live on air with us in studio here at Caribbean American News Network. All right, so that is the big announcement. Mr. Joseph is going to be on with us, and we're going to be discussing the hospital, what is happening over there, and we're hoping we can upload documents so that you can read for yourself. And I like what Martin Francis is saying. I love the box. So let us see if we can do a design, and I will try to do a design this weekend, God's willing, on the box. I love the box. We're going to be out there in support of the new St. Jude Hospital. And as I said to you, we will come up with some graphic by this weekend on We Love the Box. I love the box. We want the box. the box is the right thing, the right place for the hospital. We want the box. Give us the box. All right? So we're going to counteract them with a positive concerning that new hospital. All right? But folks, some of you need to go to bed. It was nice being here with you. It was also good to have Charles with us. Remember to pray before you go to bed. Trust in God's divine providence. He is able to aid you. He will carry you through. Blessings, folks. Have a beautiful, 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 beautiful night. Okay. Nighty night, folks. See you all.